It's very similar. It's just so you'll... Kind of, very similar.
NQT Siobhan Croker's biggest challenge is to effectively manage student energy levels. She wants enough energy to make the lessons enjoyable, but not so much that things get out of control.
Thank you, Russ. Russ, can you put the drink away there, please? Thank you.
It's an afternoon class. You've got kids coming in with quite high energy.
Yeah.
And you want to maintain some energy because you want to get them doing some stuff. Do you have a kind of standard set of rules or expectations about what happens in workshop?
In the drama room, I've got 3 main rules. When they come into the classroom, they have to sit down in the seating plan order and put their bags underneath their chairs. My second golden rule, I always call it my golden rule, is when I have my hand in the air, they have to stop what they're doing and put their hand in the air as well and look at me. And then my third rule is don't touch the curtains.
OK. Very, very practical.
Yeah. Number 4 here, Amrit, Hefsa, Shannon, Rishi, Daria. Chop, busy. Well done, guys. You're being very mature about the teams. I'm very impressed. This class is quite interesting because we've been on a bit of a journey since the beginning, because it was at the beginning their energy levels they weren't meeting, we weren't using it effectively. But after a couple of weeks, I got to know what they liked. I realised that actually they really like to compete against each other, so I use a lot of competition. Excellent, thank you, well done. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a scenario. First scenario. A funeral for a teenager who has died from a stab wound. 30 seconds.
There's no problem raising energy levels. The difficulty lies in bringing them back down again.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You need high energy a lot of the time to create a really good piece of drama, but there are other times where you really need to think about what you're doing, or you've got to evaluate what somebody else is doing. So yeah, then you've got to bring them down into kind of a quieter mode.
That up and downness about energy levels. Let me try an idea out on you. In kind of adult theatre workshops, there's a lot of deliberate going up and going down. So you have a high energy minute. Now let's do a relaxation exercise and bring the energy down. So I guess what I'm talking about is a situation where the instructor and the people in the class are deliberately and openly talking about energy levels.
I think with the subject matter that we're dealing with at the moment, we're dealing with knife crime. If you then look at real-life scenarios, that immediately draws them into a more kind of thinking, internal, kind of a quieter mode. In other things to do, and maybe get them... you can always get them to sit down and just have... we can do a breathing exercise, or they can close their eyes. But sometimes that can lead to silly behaviour if you get them to, just all sit down and close their eyes. What's going on? Nothing. What's going on? Right, you two.
Later in the lesson, with energy levels still not fully under control, a dispute breaks out, which takes Siobhan over 10 minutes to resolve.
I haven't sent her out. I just want to speak to her. Right, come here.
Yes. It's an accident! I don't care. My hand was flying around.
Right.
I wanted to go to Jamaica.
Stop. What happened?
I'm wondering something along the lines of, in a drama lesson, if there's a dispute, I'll always listen to what people have to say.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to listen to more than 60 seconds because I have to pay attention to the class.
That makes sense.
If I think people need to discuss matters with each other, I'll always arrange an end-of-the-day meeting. I will want people to make good decisions. I will sometimes put you in other groups, or I'll ask you to sit out, or I may ask you to sit outside the door. And it's a bad idea to argue with me then, because the group is more important than you are.
Yeah.
So arguing the way I resolve it is just going to land you in detention.
Yeah.
End of.
Yeah.
That's who I am, and that's what my regulations are. Could you imagine describing that to students?
I think that could be something I would definitely try. Approach your new group.
Later that day, Siobhan tries it out.
Okay. If there are any instances of when you maybe are not getting along with another person, okay, I will give you 1 minute to explain to me why it is not working out. My decision after that minute is final.
It's reminded me really strongly of is that thing about teaching what you want when the going's good. So you get a minute from me and after that, end of.
I also felt like I was in a stronger position, that I had a plan of action. If it did come to that, I knew that I was going to be able to deal with it quite quickly.
And of course there will be times when they throw up problems that are going to take more time to solve. But having a general rule, for most of what happens in this room, it's 1 minute and that's it. That gives you the ground to stand on.